They had already solved the impossible, escaping death together again and again until something inside them began to rot. The trap was never the net. It was the fragile ego waiting for the perfect moment to fracture unity. Because the moment they stopped acting as one, the hunter wouldn't need skill, only patience. In a vast forest near Benares, survival wasn't about strength. It was about coordination, precision, and trust. And at the center of that fragile system, one mind understood the rules others took for granted. He understood something the others didn't. Predators don't win through force. They win through repetition and observation.
The hunter didn't chase. He studied patterns, mimicked trust, and waited for the perfect alignment of weakness.
And every time they answered that call, they unknowingly walked into a perfectly engineered illusion.
Loss wasn't sudden. It was systematic, predictable, and entirely avoidable, if only they could think collectively. He watched them fail, not because they were weak, but because they reacted individually instead of strategically. That was the moment he understood. Survival wasn't about escaping traps. It was about synchronizing minds under pressure. So he gave them a plan, not just to survive, but to turn the hunter's certainty into failure. Not strength, not speed, just perfect timing. Every single one acting as if they shared the same mind. Because if even one hesitated, the entire system would collapse back into chaos. And when the trap returned, they didn't panic. They waited, suppressing instinct, choosing discipline over fear.
Then, in one precise moment, thousands of minds aligned, transforming a trap into something the hunter never anticipated.
The hunter wasn't outmatched. He was out-coordinated, defeated by something he couldn't manipulate: unity without ego. And for the first time, the system broke in their favor, turning survival into a repeatable advantage. And they repeated it again and again, turning survival into routine, and routine into dangerous overconfidence. Meanwhile, the hunter wasn't frustrated. He was patient, watching the one flaw no system can eliminate: human nature. Because unity built under pressure often collapses under comfort, when vigilance quietly fades into assumption. It didn't start as betrayal, just a moment of irritation that the ego refused to let go. What should have ended in seconds turned into something far more dangerous: identity, pride, and the need to be right. And like every fragile system, it didn't break all at once. It fractured into sides, each convinced they carried the weight. The illusion shattered. They no longer saw a shared enemy, only each other's imagined flaws. Watching this, the one who understood the pattern made a decision others would call betrayal, but was actually clarity. Because staying in a broken system doesn't prove loyalty, it guarantees collapse when pressure returns. And just as predicted, the system was tested again, but this time there was no shared mind left. The call came again, but now it didn't unite them. It echoed through a system already fractured. This time, no one moved together, only voices demanding that someone else carry the weight. And in that hesitation, the hunter no longer needed patience, only execution. And just like that, what unity once protected, division delivered, completely, predictably, and without resistance. The prediction was never luck. It was an understanding of a pattern older than any trap ever built.
Most systems don't fail because of external threats. They collapse because internal conflicts make coordination impossible under pressure.
And the moment ego replaces alignment, you don't lose immediately. You just become predictable to those waiting.